Hi everyone, this is Mervin Matthew from Sound Canva. Welcome to the new episode. Today we are going to discuss about the raga CHALANATA and about the musical genre called Afrobeat. Let's dive in. So the today's raga discussion is all about the raga called Chalanata. It is a 36 raga from the 72 Melartha raga system, and it comes under the sixth chakra called Ritu chakra, and it is the sixth raga from that chakra. And in the previous 5 episodes, I have discussed about other 5 chakras and the main ragas in those chakras. And the next episode, I'll be moving to the Pratimadhyama ragas actually. So it will be quite interesting, I think. And this particular raga, Chalanada, it's one of the most popular raga among Carnatic musicians or the film musicians because a lot of great songs and a lot of great kritis are being composed in this raga exactly. And there are many variations to this raga. Actually, this is the parent raga, but there are many variations or Jenny ragas to this particular raga. And when it comes to the Hindustani music, you'll get the similar equivalents there, but still you won't have the exact charanata kind of progression in Hindustani music. Jog raga is actually considered as the equivalent for this raga in Hindustani music. But when we think about other musical cultures, you won't find this exact intervals or these particular scale used in any other musical traditions actually. So it is pretty unique to Carnatic music. Let's see what all notes are possible with this raga or the raga Lakshana actually. So if you take C as the tonic, you'll get like Shadjam, Shad Shruti Rishabham, because usually this is minor third, but in this raga it is called as Shad Shruti Rishabham. Andaragandaram, Shuddha Madhyamam, Panjamam, Shad Shruti Daivadam, Kagali Nishadam, Shadjam. In Western nomenclature, it is like tonic, minor third, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, minor seventh, major seventh, tonic. So it is quite similar to Kanagangi actually in the way the notes are being arranged. In Kanagangi, if you can remember in my first episode, I have discussed about it. You can see the notes being arranged like this. And the arrangement of notes, the semitone relationships, it is quite similar in this raga also. But it is totally different. I have just mentioned that. That's all. Let's see what all chords are possible with this raga. And when you take the C as the tonic, you'll get like C minor, C major, C suspended fourth, E flat major, E minor is there, E flat suspended second, E Phrygian triad is there, F suspended second is there, but no F minor or F major. These two chords are not there if you go diatonically. And there is F Lydian, F suspended fourth, and other interesting chords are also there. If you go with the extended chords, you get a lot of other extended chord possibilities also. It's a very coloristic raga, so you can use it in any context, especially if you want to go with the world music context, it can be applied actually. When it comes to Hindustani music and Carnatic music, you'll find a lot of similar sounding ragas to this Chalanata Raga, especially the Jini ragas of Chalanata. The most famous ones are the Raga Nata and Ghambira Nata from Carnatic music. And in Hindustani music, it is like Thilang, Raga Thilang, Mishra Thilang, and the Raga Jog. These six ragas have got many similarities with it, but it has a very distinct differences also. So most people get confused when they listen to music, especially people do confuse it with jog, nata, chalanata, and all those things. So let's see the differences between all these six ragas. The first one is the chalanata raga itself. I'll just play. Here, the identity for this raga comes when only when the intervals between the major third and the minor third is there, or the minor seventh and the major seventh is there. If that two is not there, then it is not chalanata raga. I was mentioning about these two intervals. This is actually the identity for this raga. And when it comes to the raga nata, it's the most famous Jeni raga of this particular raga. And the Lakshana is like this. So you must have understood the difference. The Arohana itself has got a difference because the minor seventh is being omitted. Only the major seventh is being played. This note is not there. When it comes to Avarohana, a slight difference is there in the arrangement of notes. And the third one is the most simplest and the most straightforward raga, or the Jeni raga of Chalanata, and it is the Ghambira Nata raga. It's a pentatonic scale and most versatile and one of the most interesting kind of raga. Ragama pani sa zani pa magasa. And in Hindustani music, there are three main ragas similar to this Chalanata raga. And the first one is the raga thilang. And it has a similar kind of note distribution like the Ghambira Nata itself. Let's see the Arohana and Avarohana. Arohana is similar. When you take the Avarohana, the major seventh is being omitted and minor seventh is being added. And this is also a pentatonic scale with different Arohana and Avarohana. It is also really beautiful. And the other raga is the Mishra Thilang Rag. And it is also similar. The Arohana is same to Ghambira Nata, Thilang and Mishra Thilang. But Avarohana has got a slight difference. In Avarohana, the minor third is also being added along with the major third. So that makes the identity. And among these six ragas, the most famous and the most popular one is the raga called Jog. and it is being used in Hindustani music and Carnatic music. Even South Indian film songs, a lot of film songs are being composed in this raga. So it's really popular. It has a slightly different kind of arohana and avrohana. It is actually an abstract of this uh, Chalanata Raga, because it's actually a pentatonic scale with different arohana and avrohana. Sa ga ma pa ni sa. The minor seventh is used, no major seventh is added. Sa ni pa ma ga. When it is the arohana, you use the major third, but when it comes to avrohana, you take the minor third. Sa ga ma pa ni sa sa ni pa ma ga. When it comes to these ragas, there are a lot of great compositions being created, especially in the Carnatic traditional compositions and film music compositions are there. Mahaganapati in the Raga Nata, it's a very popular composition, especially Narumugi, a song from A.R. Rahman for the movie Iruvar, and Haris Jayaraj has done Ayyangaru Vittargi for the movie Onion, and there are a lot of songs. Jog, it is being used in a lot of, maybe in probably in the movie Lagan, it is there. In a lot of Malayalam movies, this particular raga is being used, and it's highly popular. You can go through the Wikipedia and find out a lot of songs with it. I'm not trying to play this in piano because I'm not satisfied with the feel which I can have when I play this raga in piano, so I'm not playing. The musical genre which we are going to discuss today is Afrobeat, and it is a very interesting musical genre from Africa, especially the West Africa, Nigeria. And it was created in 1960s and 70s by a famous and very influential musician called Fela Kuti. And he is considered as the father of Afrobeat. There is a different genre called Afrobeats, and it has totally different meaning to Afrobeat, because Afrobeats is a collective term which describes the contemporary music, contemporary pop music which happens in Africa. But Afrobeat is a very distinct musical genre which had influences from the high life music of which was there in Africa, and the influence was there from American jazz and funk music also. And Fela Kuti single-handedly combined all these things and made his own sound. I was mentioning about this in a different episode, in the bluegrass episode, where the sound of a musician or a band becomes a genre itself, and this really happened with Afrobeat also, because the sound which was created by Fela Kuti and his band was the sound of Afrobeat, and it is a huge achievement in itself. When talking about Fela Kuti, you can say that he is an activist who chose song for a gun to protest, and especially the actions against the military and all those things were there, and he protested it pretty harshly. So always he was there in a controversial situation most of the time, and his music has all these great influences because his mother was also a activist. So when you listen to his lyrics, you will find the reason for that controversial situations. I would always encourage you guys to listen to his music, because you will find how powerful music can be when it reaches the right people. So it is there, and he was really influential among the people, because his words were actually like it worked like a healing thing for the people around, because all the unprivileged or all these people are who were affected by the military actions at that time in Africa were always motivated to listen to his music, and he was that popular at that time in Nigeria, and that was the greatest of his songs. And right now also a lot of great musicians, especially Beyonce, Ariana Grande, and all those great musicians are really influenced by his music. So you can find all those Afrobeat elements in a lot of new pop productions also. So let's discuss about the main characteristics for this particular genre. And the first main characteristic was the usage of different musical elements from jazz music, funk music, and especially the traditional African and even Latin percussional ideas. So it was invented by, this combination is actually invented by Fela Kuti and his band members, and the sound was so fresh that you will always distinguish the sound from other musical genres. And the other main feature was the length of these particular tracks. Usually, when you listen to his music or the Afrobeat music which happened at that time, you will understand that it's not like a 3 minute or 4 minute pop song. It will last along like 10 to 15 minutes or even 20 minutes. Usually, in his concerts, there will be 3 or 4 songs which featured around 20 to 25 minutes. And the main musical elements used for this particular genre was mainly the vocals will be there, the Hammond organs, then funk guitars will be there, one or two will be there, obviously. And the percussional area is so rich that you will find almost all the popular African and even Latin percussional elements. Then, speaking about the horn section, it will be always there. The saxophones, trumpets, trombones, and all those stuff will be there, always playing melodies and harmonies. And Fela Kuti was a virtuosic saxophone player also. So that line will be always there, part of this genre. And the main time signature used for this genre was 4/4. Even though it is the common time, a lot of syncopations and all those accents were there. So you won't feel like a normal 4/4 like song. And the 3/2 clave and 2/3 clave, especially like this is a 3/2 clave, and the 2/3 clave is like. So in a 4/4 beat, this 3/2 and 2/3 clave gives a movement, a swing movement to it. So obviously it is influenced from jazz, but it is there always. And the other important characteristic is the repetitive nature of the music, because usually when you listen to his music, one or two cells are being created at first, and it is being repeated over and over again and again, and with a lot of variations of it. And all the solos and all those melodic parts are added over the top, so you won't get bored, but still it will have this kind of trancy kind of feeling to it. So it reaches around 15 or even 20 minutes time for a single track. And as I have mentioned earlier, horns are an integral part of Afrobeat. So horns are played like it is being played as part of big band music. It's so heavy, and all the melodic and the harmonic or even the rhythmic aspects of the music is conveyed through horns. So it is there. And like I said before, he gives space for every musician. So everyone will have their own part to play as part of solos. So lengthier solos are also a main important characteristic for this particular genre. And the rhythm they have used, as I have mentioned, it is almost 4/4 common time with a lot of syncopation and even jazz elements in it. But it is very fast. The tempo is really fast. So you will feel like dancing and moving around, because the swing feel is always integral to this particular genre. The next main characteristic is the seamless integration of different genres, because as I have mentioned, this Afrobeat is a fusion genre made from American jazz music, funk music, Latin percussion styles, and African harmonic and percussion. So all these genres are very seamlessly integrated, because you won't feel like this is a genre and this is another genre. No, it is very clearly and very neatly arranged, and you won't find the differences. You will find it as a whole. So I really encourage you guys to check a lot of songs in this particular genre. So you'll be amazed by the characteristics. As part of improvisation, I have done a track with all these influences. Especially, I have concentrated in the percussion side for this track, because the syncopations and all these clave elements and the African syncopated rhythm elements, all those things really inspired me to go for a percussional based track. But I have used the melodic aspects from CHALANATA Raga also, because it's not that apparent at first, but it's being used like that. And most chords are also diatonic to this particular raga. So I think it's an interesting experiment. You guys can also hear it.